What's good, everybody? This is EJ.
Your boy Kenny.
And it's Francis.
And this is the Banter 3FC podcast. Three friends that love the game and love talking all things football. Before we get started, I want to let you guys know we are on social media now. We're on YouTube and Instagram. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share all of our stuff. We appreciate the love, appreciate the presence that you give to us and make us feel heard. So let's get into it. All right. So after this weekend, we had a very interesting weekend. We're going to go through the results from this weekend, and then we're going to talk about what's going on next week after the international break. Because we got another one coming up, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It's coming at a good time. I needed it. I really, really needed it. All right. So first order of business, Manchester United versus Leicester City. Kenny, talk to us.
Yes. As you can see, I'm wearing our jersey, so it was a good weekend for me. Man United beat Leicester City 3-0, got the clean sheet. Very good performance. It was one of those games where, we pretty much controlled the game from start to finish. We were just kind of waiting on scoring that third goal to just kind of shut up shop, which we did. The biggest thing here is I just want to take a second to appreciate Rude for what he did. He went unbeaten. don't start looking left or right. Look, I'm talking. Look right at me. He went unbeaten. He went unbeaten as a United manager. People want to say new manager bounce, whatever. I think what he showed is just an attacking mindset. You could tell the players were just kind of playing loose. Instilled confidence back into Amad Diallo, who's been playing out of his mind recently. He's just been on an amazing run of form. Bruno controlled the game. He had a very, very good game. I'm just waiting on Rashford to finally just get going. I think he's just on the brink. I feel like if Rude was to stay a little bit longer, kind of Rashford would have kind of got going with goals, assists. He's been playing well, but just not getting anything on the final product. And then say it with me, Garnacho. Amazing little cameo that he put in there at the end of the game, scoring a beautiful goal. What a wonderful finish. He's just kind of growing into the player that we think where it's going to be a week in, week out type of player. He was absolutely wonderful. When he comes into the game, he always does something. He makes an impact. You don't, kind of look around it doesn't take long to notice that Garnacho is on the pitch. So good performance. Obviously it's Leicester. They're not the greatest team. We beat them comfortably in the Carabao Cup 5-2. Now beating them again in the Premier League. Can always only play what's in front of you. So very good performance. These are type of teams where if we did get a bad result, it kind of just echoes and lingers on. So they took care of business, scoring early. We'll see what's next after the break with our new manager. He actually arrived in Carrington today, so get him accustomed to the training grounds and such. So I'm excited to see what he does with the team. Ruben Amorim. Ruben.
There you go.
Do they have a song for him yet?
I don't know. I'm not the leader of our choir. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what he does. Again, it's going to take time implementing the system. We don't have the players in every position, but I'm excited to see that the likes of Diallo. I'm really, really excited to see what he does with him in this system. I think Ugarte and Casemiro have been playing really well, kind of as those holding midfielders. So looking to see what they do in this new system, which can transition very easily. So we're hopeful. We're been, good results, going unbeaten. So yeah, we move.
Not really much for me. Me personally, I think it was just an overall good game for United. Good opposition to kind of close out the Rude era. And as we get through that, let's light another candle for another Manchester United manager that's gonna be gone. Light one up for
Thank
the man
you.
down, of course.
Thank you, Ruben
Rude.
Nistelrooy.
It was a nice little pleasure to have you in Manchester back for a little bit. So we
It was a
move.
breath of fresh air. Yes, it really was. And then it's unfortunate that he has to leave with Ruben coming in, but I think it's the best thing for him. I think his role would
It's already
change
locked.
way too
It's
much.
already locked in that he's leaving
Yeah, he's
United
gone.
altogether.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, he's gone.
Oh,
Oh, I thought he was
Along
gonna
with
find a way to get in.
along with others. I just because Ruben's bringing his
he's
squad
just
in,
bringing his
so
whole staff, right? Yeah, makes
yeah,
sense. Makes sense.
so there will be no place for Rude to kind of have what he has now, which is basically he was a second in command, so that wouldn't be happening.
Mm, makes sense. Hey, clean slate, clean up shop makes sense.
Yeah,
Francis, you got something for us? Talk to me.
Really not much. I mean, Leicester City, is bottom table team anyway. So this was a good win for you guys. Now let's just see how Ruben's able to come in, make his impact on the team, and see how you guys progress from there. Basically,
Yeah, we'll really see how things are going in the next month. A month from now, we'll check back in and see how you guys are doing.
doesn't
yeah.
United play Arsenal soon?
Is it in the next? It's not
Couple
the
weeks,
next
right?
game. Yeah, I think it's.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I think so. I got to check the schedule. I know for sure it's not the first game because we play
Back from
Ipswich.
international, yeah, we play
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest, but yeah, okay, cool, good one for United. Good one for United. Well, now let's switch over to the big Super Sunday game of the weekend: Chelsea versus Arsenal at the Bridge. Francis, since you guys are home, I'll let you take it away and start it off. Come on, talk to me.
Yes, yes. Back-to-back weeks now. Big Super Sunday match. Once again, another draw against another big team. Starting to get a little sick of this, to be honest, but we didn't lose, so that's the benefit. That's the, I guess, optimistic way to put it out. My one of my major takeaway points, which I've been harping on for this season, our defense and our goalkeeper will cost us big time if we do not fix this up. The Kai Havertz disallowed goal, after rewatching the highlights again, there was nobody within 10 yards of either side of Kai. We just fell asleep. Number one. And then the actual goal that Martinelli scored, there was literally nobody near him again. I don't know why we're just falling asleep. No one paying attention, heads not on the swivel, whatever it is. But yeah, and on top of the goal, Sanchez near post, that can't happen. That cannot happen near post like that. Gotta force him to go to the other side at least. But with that being said, Neto Pedro Neto was, to me, the best player on our team for that day. He was
On
getting
both
it.
sides.
Honestly, I actually would say so. He was probably the best player on the pitch, period. He was, you could see his impact. He was driving to get into spaces, and he actually even decided to actually take that chance, take that shot from outside the box, and you see what happens. He puts it great strike, great goal. Overall, I know you're going to be waiting because we spoke about this. Cole and Nani, they did not have good games. specifically Cole.
It hurt you to say that. It hurt you.
Hey,
It hurt you.
I'm a man enough to say it. It's fine. I'm a man enough to say it. Cole was not Nunny himself. Nunny, he had a couple different instances, but it's just not good enough. Like, bro, I need you more. Cole himself, bro. So it wasn't like the Liverpool game where like he was necessarily like marked out of the game, like they were just saying you're not gonna get the ball. He had opportunities. And you could see when he got the ball in the middle on like a quick transition, he'll make a nice pass to Neto, trying to keep the transition flowing. But besides that, he really wasn't making any impact in the game, unfortunately. So that's that. I think Cucurella had a good game. Saka really wasn't doing much. So hats off to Cucurella for that. Gusto, oh god, Gusto in that I think it was like the 22nd, 23rd minute where Neto had the ball on the left side and he was just dancing, and I mean salsa dancing on freaking Ben White. Ben White, and then got the cross in. Gusto, the net is bulging by yourself, open. You have to put that in there. But that's that. I'm trying to think who else. I think the midfield was average. There wasn't really, I mean, they didn't have a bad game, but it wasn't anything spectacular at all. Jackson himself, I think, was I feel like he could have tried to make more runs in behind, which is why I wanted Nkunku to come in around like the 65th, 60th minute. Because I feel like he would have been able to, especially how like if you guys were trying to press up, Nkunku will kind of get in that little space and then come right behind, make a run in. But let's see. Other than that, defensively, you guys definitely could have got us at the end. We had opportunities as well to get you guys, but at the very end, I mean, geez, I was bricking it a little bit, especially at the 95th minute where the cross came in. Thank you, Trossard, for touching the ball, because Kai Havertz was wide open. And he would have just tapped in, and I would have been disgustingly sick to my stomach. But I'll live that long. But that's all I got for today, man. We move.
I hear you, Francis. So from my perspective, I looked at this as it going into it. I'm like, this is a game I need us to go out and win, because there's been like a string of like weird results. We even played against Inter this past Tuesday, this past week in Champions League. And if you look at the Newcastle game, look at the Inter game, Newcastle, we didn't create a lot. We didn't do a lot. The Inter game, I felt like we were a lot more dangerous. And we finally got Odegaard back against you guys. So like I felt like this is finally like the normal like offensively creative Arsenal that we haven't seen for a large part of the season. Everyone's talking about we're defensive and whatever. And for me, I don't think it's that. I just think there's been a tweak to the style of how we play just because of, our main creator's not there, but he came back and he looked good. I was very surprised to see he played the whole game. That's just a testament to his work ethic. Like that boy works. So I definitely give him a shout out for that. So it's good to see him back. And like you said, we could have won at the end. I think the game was like more balanced than I expected. More so because I'm used to how we've been playing over the past like month or two, where if we go to a big team away, we seem to be a bit more defensive. But like I feel like there's parts of the game that we were in control of. There was parts of the game you guys were in control of, and then we could have ended up winning at the end. So like, that the little step of an offsides by Kai Havertz, like you guys, I feel like we're there for the taking, and you guys could have scored on us too. But I think we had one or two more opportunities where we could have ran away with it. But it's a draw. I think it's ultimately is probably a fair result just because we weren't clinical at the end. And I want to speak to what you're saying about Cole Palmer and Nicholas Jackson. I think that Cole Palmer and Nicholas Jackson, if Cole doesn't play well, Nicholas isn't going to have a good game, because like I feel like a lot of what he does comes from Cole Palmer putting him in a good position or getting him a really, really good assist for like a tap in or to be through on goal. Y'all let me know if you see it differently. But I think if you look at a lot of the games that Jackson plays well, I think it's because Cole Palmer's finding him or finding the pass before to get to him.
I
I
hear.
think it's
Okay.
Chelsea in general. Oh,
No, go ahead.
I would say. I mean, I think in general we can all agree that Chelsea go as Cole Palmer goes, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
So
that's fair.
Cole FC for a reason. So
Relax.
generally, yeah, but there's been assists. For example, I think about I think about the Moise Caicedo pass to him. I think that was against West Ham,
Yes,
where he played him
sublime.
in. So there's others. I don't think it's
No,
just a Cole
there
Palmer
are
thing.
others. Yeah. I'm saying
But generally, they
majority.
do as yeah. They I
Yeah,
think
okay.
that's a whole Chelsea thing. They do as Cole Palmer does. If he has a great game, because his role is he's either going by himself or he's doing everything for everyone else to make it easy, whether he's getting the assist or the hockey assist. So
Yeah. I mean, nah. Jackson himself. I see your point. I see your point because as most of the stuff he's been able to produce this year has been influenced by Cole himself, but he also needs to be able to work with everybody else. So I mean, it is what it is right now. I think that's. I think as the season progresses, I actually would, and I know Cole's our main guy regardless, but I actually want to actually see if we can kind of get João Felix more involved, see what he can do.
Mm,
Because imagine a game where we have
he's a different option.
And
Yeah.
Cole and Palmer, Cole and João Felix on the pitch at the same time. There's two
my
people.
God, you see two Coles out there.
Yeah, it's business time. Relax, you're wild. Okay, but nah, Jackson should be able to produce more. Straight up to me, I think I need him to just give me a little bit more.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I think what Arsenal did a good job of to kind of influence that, um, is just force Cole Palmer to not be in the center of the park. Like
Mm-hmm.
if he's out wide, like far away from the goal, he has to go through the whole midfield to like get to his pockets and on top of the
Yeah,
box by the D, whatever. But I think as long as you keep him wide, there's more for him to do to be spectacular, link up with Jackson or do whatever. So I think that's definitely something that they did to help with that. I think both Man U and Liverpool did the same thing when they played against you guys. They forced Cole to get the ball out wide and not directly in the center.
they think that's a blueprint now. That's
It
fine.
seems to be working because the narrative is that Cole doesn't perform well in big games. That's what the narrative is. I think Chev had said that to me when we was at dinner on Saturday. That's not even coming from me. That's coming from him. That's coming from him.
Don't worry, don't worry. We'll see. We have a whole season still.
But yeah,
A
that's
question.
kind of what I think. Go ahead.
I saw a former United player was out with illness. Is he all right?
Are you referring to Jaden?
That's his name.
Yes, yes. Sancho is okay. So just getting him back
Can
up to
you
speed
do you
again.
have any insight on the illness?
Um, not as of right now,
And
but I
he
can get the
wants there to be
resources.
trouble in paradise so
You know
bad.
what?
No, no,
It's
no, no,
because
no,
he's been
no.
going through
He
trouble since
wants it to be
August.
trouble so
That's
bad.
why.
No, because I just if this is Man United, the reporters would have been going crazy. Oh, illness. Can you describe the illness? I'm like, how long is he out for? Could it be tactics? So I just want there to be the same energy. I just saw illness on the injury report. That's what he gave when you guys played us. How can you be ill for that long? So I was just
Hey,
asking a question.
who knows? Hey, listen.
He couldn't play
He'll be
you
back.
guys.
He'll be
He
back. He'll
couldn't
be
play you
back.
guys anyways because
Yeah,
Right,
regardless.
right. But they also said Maresca also said due to illness as well because he wasn't even in the on the team. Like he wasn't
oh,
anywhere. He wasn't even at the bridge. I don't think so.
It's okay.
okay,
We'll get him back to
gotcha.
full fitness, and he'll be back.
Tell him
Don't worry
to
about
get his flu shot. He'll be all right. But curious to see how we. The reason I asked, though, in all seriousness, with Neto now playing, on this level that he's playing, and Maresca basically saying that he'll be willing to kind of switch things around. I don't know how you take out Neto right now, because
Nah,
if you notice when he brought in the subs, he actually moved Neto to his
to the
preferred
right
right
side.
wing position, and
Yeah.
that's where we know. Well, you guys know me. I've loved Neto for a long time,
He's
so
at his
that's
best.
where we know that he's at his best. He's more comfortable cutting in left and doing things like that. So I'll be curious to see what happens when Jadon Sancho recovers from his illness.
This is why I need Nani to step up because my boy, position's in jeopardy. Straight up.
That is true. That is true. One thing I'll also add, we are what? That was game 11 or 10?
Yeah.
Match
11.
day
11.
11.
11. It's almost
Okay.
1/3 way through.
So we're going to be a third through the season very soon. I
Mm-hmm.
know my answer to this question, but I'm going to ask you guys a question. What do you think about the title race from here?
Still up for grabs.
Still up for grabs?
Obviously Liverpool, they have a 9-point lead on everybody, but this
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool team
8.
can get got. Like I said, they can get got. So all it takes is 1 or 2 back consecutive losses or even just bad results, and then obviously people catch up. It's only 4 points. That's it.
Kenny?
City's making it very interesting for Arsenal, aren't they? They just keep on losing.
Yeah.
That's why I
Love to
think.
see
Look
it.
at them. That's literally the only reason why I think it's still very much wide open. Um, I don't know, and I had a question for EJ regarding Liverpool, but I think
Go ahead.
I'll answer your finish question first.
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah, I think they are solidified in terms of their position. It's not, to me, it's no longer just like a fluke thing. This is the Liverpool that we're going to get. But yeah, to your point, though, I do still think they'll drop points. So yeah, that's why I think it's going to be wide open. But I still see them very much the front runners right now. Just based on how City's playing and based on kind of the points that Arsenal dropped. So. But my
Gotcha.
question to you was regarding
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool, because all season you've been saying that they haven't really played anyone, so you're
Mm-hmm.
not really confident in them being in the top of the table. So they just played Villa, they beat Villa, and also in my opinion, right? We always say you can only play what's in front of you. They're playing well and they're not dropping points because you guys played some of the teams they played and you dropped points. So, what do you think now? Especially them playing a team like Villa.
All right, so they played Villa. I think Villa is more dangerous at home than away because I'm pretty sure this past game was at Anfield,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like I understand they beat Villa. I'm gonna give them credit for that, but I want to see them away at Villa, play against Man City, play against Chelsea at the Bridge. Like I want to see them play those big games away and see how they do because to me you can only beat what's in front of you. I feel they've had the fluffier of the schedules of all the teams in the Big Six right now. But again, I don't want it to seem like I'm hating on Liverpool. I don't think that they're good. We have to remember they have had a team that's been challenging for the title for the past. All of those players are essentially the same. Arnie Slot came in and he already had a championship contending team. Like it's not like he's picking up a team that was in 8th place and he's doing this. Like I'm going to give him his credit cuz Liverpool look more defensively solid than they have in the past. It's not like up and down basketball type of soccer. It's more controlled. I'm going to give him credit for that. But he already had a team that was challenging for the title for the past 4 years, bro. It's not, you get what I mean?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I know, but you've said that they're not good. Correct?
You so like when I say that a team's not good, do you genuinely think that I'm saying that they are a bad team, or
I
do
need
you understand what I'm trying to say?
I need us
No,
to
be for
insert a
real. Be for real.
screenshot. I need us to insert a screenshot of a text. I get what you're saying, but it comes off a bit disrespectful, might I say, to say that a team isn't good. I get what you're
All right.
saying, but
But
to counter your point, I feel like they're making it look easy. Even these, for example, Tottenham just lost to Ipswich this past
Ipswich
weekend,
at
right?
home, yeah, 2-1.
And we always say the Prem, anything can happen. They've
Yes.
played these teams that, whatever, they might not be top six or whatever, but things happen and they haven't let it happen. They've taken care of business
yeah, I get it, but I just want to see I want to see a consistent run in which this is happening.
against better opposition.
Like, so there's gonna come a time in the season where things go left, right? That winter run of games that come back to back to back to back, teams drop points during that time period.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, I understand Liverpool's a good team. I'm pretty sure I predicted them to finish in third. Like, they were still going to be in a title race regardless. But things are good right now. There has to be a time period where something levels it out.
Hills and valleys, right?
Hills and valleys of
You're
the
waiting for
season.
their valley.
Yeah, that's all. But I want to
Yeah.
see how they recover from that, though. Because if they're the real deal, like how they're showing, they'll recover and then they'll just keep going as they've been. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's that kind of thing.
Yeah. To me, yeah, they're definitely my title favorites right now. I think the kind of putting Ryan Gravenberch in that position has just changed the game for them. Um,
Yeah.
him and tested him being healthy as well because he wasn't Klopp's team as well, but he just wasn't healthy. But I don't even think Klopp was really using him in that role either. So good
I,
move by Arne Slot.
I think he just needed a year to settle into the Prem. He came from somewhere else. So I
Yeah,
think he
but
just
he
needed
still
some
wasn't
time.
playing that position. Like not even
Okay.
not even close.
No, that's fair.
Yeah. Well, so
Okay.
curious to see how they
Well,
do.
Liverpool versus
let,
Man City, December 1st.
we'll touch on that later. But yeah, for me, I think the race is still open. We'll see how things go. We're not too far off points wise from where we were this time last year, and we still ended up being very close to winning the title at the end. So it's not over yet. But last question before we move on to the next segment. Kenny, after watching both of these teams play this past weekend, Chelsea and Arsenal, if you had to be a manager and you had to sign 110 for your club for the next 5 to 10 years, who are you signing? Cole Palmer or Martin Odegaard?
Bruno, listen.
Not on the table.
This is a tough question. I and this
And
isn't
give
yeah,
your why and all that too.
this is probably recency bias, but I don't think so. I will have to go with Cole Palmer based on the fact that I think Odegaard plays more of a restricted role. I think Cole Palmer is a true 10, and this is not a takeaway from Odegaard. I think he's an amazing player. Um, I think if you're saying a 10, I would want to play like Cole Palmer I've seen that he can just kind of roam around, do different things. Whereas um, Odegaard, he's gonna be linking up with Saka and doing like kind of staying on the right side based on his positioning. So I don't know if Odegaard was to play the 10 like Palmer does, I'm sure he'll be fine and do great, but I just see it more from Palmer. So if I'm looking for a 10, especially for like what I would want to see at Man United, I would want a player like that that's a little bit more mobile and can kind of just manipulate the ball all over the place versus Odegaard, where we see it because of the system he's in, he's more just restricted to he's not gonna go over to Declan Rice's side. Feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not gonna just go all over the place. He's gonna play his role exceptionally well. But he kind of just has that restriction in terms of his positioning. That's the only reason.
Sure.
I don't think he's better than Odegaard or anything like that.
All right. All fair points. All fair points. I'm sure you guys know who I'm gonna pick, and you know who France is gonna
Oh
pick.
my
Figured it'd be a
God.
good. It's a fair question for the neutral of the chat, but yeah. So let's move on to the last segment. Preview into our upcoming fixtures. So this is gonna be after the international break. So who is up first?
We play on Sunday, so I'm not sure what time you guys play or what day.
We play.
Oh, I play Saturday.
We play. Leicester
You have
City.
that early morning kickoff.
I love it. Away
That
at Leicester
early
City.
morning kickoff at the
7:30.
King Power Stadium.
7:30. Bring it on. Bring it on. You guys beat them 3-0, right?
Yeah.
And that was at King Power 2 or no?
No, we're
I guess
home.
Old Trafford. Okay. I think we're gonna come in, use this as a reset game. I'm gonna say I can never predict a clean sheet with this defense anymore. So what I will say is we're going to definitely get enough opportunities. It's all about us just being clinical. I'm going to go 3-1 Chelsea.
Kenny?
I will go 2-1 Chelsea.
2-0 Leicester City. Make sure you guys keep the ticker.
Yeah.
Oh, the
man.
ticker.
I need
You
to.
predicted a win for Arsenal, so you lose
Yeah,
this.
2-1.
Yeah.
So what are we at? 4, 5, and 6?
5 and 6, yeah.
Below 500 as usual.
All right, who's next?
So Arsenal play Nottingham Forest at 10
Away.
a.m. at home. Finally, we're back at the Emirates.
Okay.
Keep in mind, Nottingham Forest just lost to Newcastle at home. Keep that in mind.
Understand.
Go ahead.
Oh, me started?
It's your team.
All right. So for me, we're finally going to be at home. I just read that a few players are going to be staying back from international duty. So hopefully we can just show up with our full team. And man, I'm expecting 3-0. Odegaard's back. I'm expecting 3-0.
I was going to say a shot that can be pulled off. But Nottingham Forest hasn't. I understand they just lost to Newcastle, but they haven't been bad at all. They've actually been pretty decent so far. Something just tells me it's going to be a draw. I'm going to go 1-1. Yeah, I'm going to go 1-1.
You do realize they are leveling points with Arsenal, right?
Thank you, exactly.
I am going to go 2-1 Nottingham Forest.
I ain't mad at it.
I think based on the fact that you just said that they lost, and I believe they were up 1-0.
Yeah. Newcastle scores
before they lost to Newcastle. So I think they're going to be pissed. I see a Chris Wood header in there somewhere. And Callum Hudson-Odoi. Hey,
my boy,
for the winner. But yeah, 2-1 Forest.
All right, just make sure you remember these predictions.
No ticker for me.
And last but not least, who does Man U got this weekend?
Ipswich Town.
At Ipswich or at home?
I believe we're at home. I can double
Hmm.
check. But doesn't even
No,
matter.
it's at Ipswich.
Is it? Doesn't matter. Tottenham just gave him confidence. I don't know what's wrong with that team. That's a team that needs to get talked about. I will say that for another day.
This isn't the podcast for
Yeah.
them, but
Yeah, we'll say
if
that for another
it
day.
was,
I'll go. Oof, Ruben's debut. I'll go with 3-0 Manchester United.
well, you probably will get the new manager bounce. You'll probably, new manager
Twice.
bounce.
Twice.
Hey.
Keep bouncing. Keep bouncing. Ah.
I'm going to go. They just won Tottenham, but you know what? I'm gonna go 2-2. I'm gonna go 2-2 because didn't Ipswich play Liverpool early in the year and it was pretty close against them, right?
Yeah, I think it was like the first. No, wait. No.
Was it? It was
That was the
early in the
first
year.
game of the season.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to go 2-2. I need my boy Leaf Davis, fullback for Ipswich. Deliver, please, for fantasy. I'm going to go 2-2. Ruben Emeren's debut will be a good showing, but maybe not just get the 3 points.
For me, I think the new manager bounce is going to be rolling in full effect. It's going to be a hectic 3-2 victory for Man U. A very hectic one. That's what I foresee. So
We'll
yeah.
see.
So we will definitely tune back in next week to
2 weeks.
run through these results. Sorry, 2 weeks because of the international break. We will definitely run through these results. I'm actually very shocked that you predicted a 2-1 win for Nottingham Forest. That's insane to me. If you said tie, I could hear that. Loss is insane.
I don't know. I
But,
just have a feeling. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll be back to see.
Yeah, keep that feeling. So yeah, we'll be back next week. Appreciate you guys for tuning in again to the Banter 3 FC podcast. Once again, we are on YouTube and Instagram, and you can follow us at Banter 3 FC. Once again, appreciate everyone that shows us love. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow, and share our stuff. We'll tune in with you next week.
Shout out to
Be
Brighton.
safe.
My Seagulls. Thank you for that result against City.
Oh,